Good evening, everyone. We are continuing tonight with reading Someone Exactly Like Me. I'm doing Read With Me's every weeknight at 7 p.m. Eastern and recording on Zoom and putting that over onto YouTube in case I know that some of my followers are in other countries and are sleeping right now, so they cannot join me live. So I put that up on YouTube. So welcome, welcome. I think I see it's so small out there. Is that you out there, Angel? I think I see you. Let's see. Do we want to know every night the rundown? The cover's finalized, by the way. The cover for Kiss Away Your Pain is finalized. I like it. It turned out really good. I know I can't really reveal it for the book's not going to be ready until sometime next year. I don't even know what month next year. That is you out there. You know, the pictures are so small up in this little tiny corner. All right, so let's continue with our reading. Again, I apologize. I am not the greatest out loud reader, but you all seem to be very forgiving of that, and I am very, very grateful. Quick rundown. So we are reading Someone Exactly Like Me. It is Nico and Destiny. Nico is an A-list actor. He's an Italian actor who is wanting to bring his career over to Hollywood and create his American dream. And Destiny is a romance author whose career is in a little bit of a slump at the moment. She has had a successful career, and at the time that she meets Nico, she's just in a little bit of a slump. So together they come up with a deal. Well, it's really Nico who comes up with the deal to help each other, and you know, sparks fly and whatnot, and they go on a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but I do like a nice happily ever after. So by the time we follow them on their journey, they do have their happily ever after. So, and it's available on Amazon, obviously in paperback, in ebook, and also free to read on Kindle Unlimited. All right. And I must mention, with the holidays coming up, I will be doing something a little bit special. If you don't know my other book just yet, my other book is Untouchable Zane, and also available on Amazon, also an ebook, paperback, and Kindle Unlimited. And with the holidays coming, I am going to be doing something very special for those people who are subscribed to my newsletter. And by the way, just a heads up for those of you who are out there with me, especially on the live, the anniversary of the release of Untouchable Zane is December 22nd. So, you know, I might just have some things coming up for you guys. So be sure to be on my newsletter. You can subscribe at my website. It's easy, www.debbiecromack.com. And you can subscribe to my newsletter there. You get some free chapters of both books. All right, let's get started for tonight. Oh dear, now what did I do? I think I stopped at the end of this. I need to put like a mark or something of where we stopped the night before. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, and I actually haven't even announced this yet. Because it's been being worked on in the background. Woo woo. So hey, C. D'Angelo. Hi, Enemy. No, they're not about to kiss just yet. No, but it's coming. So stay tuned. There's a lot of like almost like tension stuff going on. I finally have on my website my paperback, signed paperback purchases. So it's been a little while in coming, but I now have a form on my website. So if you want a signed paperback, they're $15 in the US. If you do want international, we'll have to just figure that out. But you get this cute little bookmark when you order one. All right, so we were finishing up in Destiny's point of view, and we were at the hospital. So I will read you that last sentence, and then we will continue with where we're going tonight. We enter the hospital, and I walk us quickly to the maternity ward. As we approach room 2, I stop far enough away to not be noticed, but close enough to see into the room. Now we jump to Nico's point of view. What are we doing here? I keep my voice hushed, respecting the quiet of the ward. Keeping her voice quiet also, she answers, only briefly looking up at me. then returning her gaze to the open door of room 2. This couple has been trying to have a baby for 3 years. She's had 2 miscarriages, and today she finally gave birth to their first child. She stops abruptly. Her right hand clutches her chest, and her left reaches down, grabbing my hand. Though I don't think she did it purposefully, it felt so natural, intimate, and drew me into the moment with her. I like the way her soft hand feels in mine. The smallest gasp releases from her. My gaze is lured to the open door. A man dressed in army fatigues removes his cap and turns into the room. Destiny squeezes my hand, causing me to look at her. Tears sit in her beautiful eyes, and her lips are closed tightly together. I hear a very surprised female voice come from the room. Patrick! Looking back into the room, I see the man bent over his wife, who's lying in the hospital bed. She rubs his shaven head. A nurse walks in carrying a baby, and the man turns toward her. The nurse gently places the baby in his arms, and tears stream down his reddened face. I'm not sure what's happening, but I know this is a special moment for Destiny to witness based on her reaction. So I don't speak, and I let her experience it. The tears spill out and slide down her face as she squeezes my hand once more. The nurse exits the room and walks towards us, taking her glasses off and tucking them on top of her head into her gray and white curly hair. When she reaches us, Destiny lets go of my hand, and the nurse embraces her. The 2 hug and cry. When they release each other, the nurse cradles Destiny's face in her hands. You did a beautiful thing, she says, smiling and shaking her head. I couldn't have done it without your help. Thank you, Karen. One more quick hug, and Karen smiles at me. Hello there, she says politely. Oh, Karen, this is my, Destiny hesitates, friend, Nico. Nico, this is my friend Karen. She's a nurse here. Karen reaches out her hand to shake mine. It's nice to meet you, she says, then steps back and opens her eyes wide. Oh. Her eyes move quickly back and forth between me and Destiny. Still with my hand in hers, she shakes more vigorously. It's very nice to meet you. Given the flush in her cheeks and broad smile, I think she may have just figured out who I am. She looks back to Destiny, releasing my hand. Where are you 2 off to? She asks. I'm taking him to the observatory. Then we're going to hike to the sign after trails, of course. Karen's eyes light up. Ooh, have a piece of that apple pie for me, will you? I just might. She smiles at Karen. Okay, you go have a fun day. Karen winks at Destiny. We will. Thank you again. Thank you, honey. She looks up at me with a spunky smile on her face. Goodbye, Nico. Giving us a wave, she turns and goes back to work. We turn and walk down the hallway. What just happened there? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get to finish telling you before he arrived. Patrick's been deployed. When Karen told me their story, that he couldn't even be with his wife after her second miscarriage, I wanted to do something to help them. I was able to pull some strings and get him here for the birth of their first baby. She pulls her shoulders up to her ears and clasps her hands together with a smile of pure joy spreading across her face. I stop dead. She stops, turning toward me, her eyebrows squeezing together. Are you okay? She asks. Yes, I'm okay, I say, processing what she said. You mean you arranged for him to be able to come home for this? Yes, she says like it's no big deal. I rock my head forward and down, getting close to her face. Destiny, you just gave that couple a gift they'll remember forever. I force a strained swallow down my throat. I hope they do, she says casually, clearly not understanding the magnitude of her efforts. Do you know them? Do they know who you are? Oh my gosh, no. They don't need to know, she says, and starts walking down the hallway again. I'm stunned, shocked if I'm being honest. What an incredible act of kindness, anonymous no less. Who is this enchanting woman I've stumbled upon? I'm in awe and enamored of her huge heart. How were you able to even make something like this happen? Oh, I have connections, she says with a devious smile as she winks at me. We continue our drive, and she gives me some history about the places we pass. She pulls into the parking lot at Trails, and we grab a quick bite to eat in the busy cafe. I wasn't sure how many days you wanted me to show you around, so I put together 4 days worth of itineraries for us, she says, carrying a tray of food and weaving us through the cafe to a 2-person table near the back. Sitting down, she puts her tray on the wooden table. Once I know you're okay with what I'm thinking, I can print it out for you so you have names and addresses of the places in case you want to visit them again. Wow, you're taking your tour guide job very seriously. Yeah, I don't do anything halfway. Great. So what do you have so far? Well, today is the Griffith Observatory and a hike to Hollywood sign to take your picture. One of the days I'd like to take you to Santa Monica Pier. We can ride bikes from my house to get there. It's like a big carnival on a pier. Then another day we can go to Malibu. We can hit the beach, stop at a winery, and then go to Malibu Farm for dinner. It's all fresh, local, organic food, and pretty much everything they have is delicious. And the last day I planned is a day trip to San Diego. We can go to the zoo and grab some lunch. Then we can come back here and go to the Street Food Cinema, which is an outdoor movie theater. It's something different to do. What do you think? I am impressed by how much thought she's put into our time together and showing me different places. It all sounds amazing. I try to put some variety in there. Is there anything that doesn't sound like something you want to do? Because I can change things around, she says, taking a bite of her apple bacon spinach salad. No, I like the sound of everything. Okay, I'll print it up when we get back to my house. Do you have any preference of days to do each trip? I want to spend more time with her than just 4 days, but I'm willing to start with that. Let's go to Santa Monica Pier on Tuesday and Malibu on Thursday. Okay, then that leaves San Diego for next week. It's about a 2-hour drive from here. Is that okay with you? Yes, that's fine. We can figure out what day later this week. Okay, how's your sandwich? So good. Right? Great food for such an unassuming little spot. I curl my fingers into my pursed lips, then splay them out, making a kissing sound. Delicioso. She laughs her tiny, adorable laugh. We finish our lunch and she drives us to the observatory. I need a cigarette before we go in. Do you mind? Yes, I do. I'll wait for you by the entrance, she says, pointing up the hill. I don't want to smell like smoke. I can see by her toned body and how she eats that she lives a healthy lifestyle. Of course, I understand. My shoulders weigh me down. F. We're not doing curse words on here because I don't think we can. Now I lost my spot. Doggone it. Where's my F word? F. Do I understand? I don't want to smell like smoke either. I've tried quitting several times, but the addiction is strong. I started sneaking cigarettes not long after these effing things took my dad's life. Not even a teenager, I lied to myself that it was my way of coping and I could stop whenever I wanted. 19 years later, there are shackles imprisoning me, killing me faster each day. My twisted connection to my dad, holding on to him any way I can. I stamp out my cigarette in the large round concrete ashtray. Help me, Dad. Taking our time, we walk the grounds of the observatory, learn from the exhibits, and marvel at the sky through the telescopes. What did you think? She asks. Absolutely fascinating. The sky is magnificent. I look up into the clear blue sky. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Are you ready for our hike? Lead the way. I'm looking forward to our hike so we can talk. I want to learn more about her and her life. She takes the lead and I follow beside her. Have you always lived here in LA? Yep, born and raised. Did you ever want to live anywhere else? She tilts her head up and twists her lips to the side. Actually, no, I love living here. I also love experiencing different cultures and countries. Even though my parents both have demanding, successful careers, they always made sure we went on vacation once a year and traveled to wonderful places. I don't travel as much as I'd like to, but maybe someday I will again. Have you ever been to Italy? No, she shakes her head. I definitely want to go. It's definitely one of the places I want to visit. It looks breathtaking on Google and Pinterest. Pinterest? What's Pinterest? My question elicits a laugh from her as she tucks a stray strand of hair behind her ear. It's a visual platform where you create something like a virtual vision board. I use it for my business and to share my inspiration with my readers. Interesting. Will you make one for the book you're writing about me? She pulls her lips in like she's suppressing a smile. Yes, all of my books have boards. She pauses. Speaking of the book, should I interview you during one of our days together? Let me know what works best for you so I can be prepared with my questions. We'll figure that out. Okay, just let me know. She takes a few long steps in front of me. It's a little narrow here and gets a bit steep. Be careful. For being tiny, her legs are long. The sexy indentation between her quads and her hamstrings shows her dedication to fitness. I'm aching to touch her tight body again. Candy having me put my hand on her inner thigh the other day, it was a brutal effing temptation. I will. I move cautiously. So you're not married, and I know you haven't found your soulmate. Is there a boyfriend? I know it shouldn't matter, but something inside me wants to know. And that something is hoping she says no. She looks back at me as the path opens wider. Already winded, I quicken my steps to walk beside her again. No, not officially. Anyway, she says, looking forward. Not officially? What does that mean? All right. What do you guys think? Is that a good stopping point? Oh, I probably have to go back to comments here. Oh dear, now I've just lost my spot. I'll have to find it again. Son of a gun, I lose my spot. All right, that is where we will stop for this evening. Let me know how you're enjoying it. Be sure to subscribe for those of you who are on YouTube. I would love to have you in my little world. And yeah, that's about it for tonight. Take care. I will stay on over here, TikTok,